water. This one's better. Good eye, man, good eye. Man, how did you notice that? I don't know how you noticed that. Right now they're running water up here so they could pour concrete along this, along the road up there to lay some blocks up there. Cause the sandbag thing I had before, it just wasn't gonna last. It wasn't gonna last long enough to get through rainy seasons. You know, cause people run up on it and stuff like that. And but this will last longer. How is that? That's normally just a drain hole, right?
Yeah.
So that's a pouring station right there. But it's like crunch time, you know, as far as what I need to get done. And that's gonna have to stay like that until maybe I fix it later. So. This is build day 304, I believe. And me and my wife just got back from San Jose. Earlier, I got 200 hollow blocks, which they call cinder block. They call hollow blocks here, we call them cinder blocks in America. I got 200 of those and a drain for the dirty kitchen back there and a P-trap. And they already got the dirty drain, the drain in there with the dirty kitchen and the P-trap. I think they're doing that now, you know, so that some funky smell won't come up there into the, you know, that's the cooking area, so even though it's outdoors. And here is a temporary water source right there out of the tank to pour the, to mix concrete up there. There's a temporary staging area right there. They're gonna put that steel that they're carrying. Where are they at? That steel they're carrying right there is going to go on the temporary cement mixing area to lay block up there across the length of the road, across the length of the property, so that crazy water doesn't come down the hill onto Nirvanaville. You know, when this rainy season starts, I don't want it coming down there. Whatever lands on the driveway, I think the drains can handle. And if not, we'll have to do something. But I think it will. I saw a medium downpour and it was no cause for concern at all. It didn't even make it to the middle part of the driveway because it's crowned. The driveway itself is crowned. And also, it's a flying V with that slope down from the driveway. Also, the driveway inside the house is slightly uphill. So it makes a trough at the bottom of the V, and that's where the two drains are. So the volume of water may overwhelm those drains, but it's still going to drain off the side of the, that's what I think. If it does overwhelm the drains, they get stopped up, it's still, and it'll be in the flying V trough. Like this is downhill, slighter than that out there, of course. But that's the bottom of the V down here in the drain, on one side of the drain. If it gets clogged up, it still is only going to back up enough to get down that last. And then if that does happen, I may drill a hole going out closer to the drain down there. I don't know how well you can see that. but you can see it better over here. See the drain. And then right now, this is far enough away to keep it off the house, but look like it would go right onto the steps down there. That's okay. The downpours are not gonna last forever. Might be a while though. You know, the rainy season gets crazy around here. Might be a couple days it don't stop raining or more. Wasted days, wasted nights. I don't know why that popped in my head. I have no idea. Stuff just pops in there. So how beautiful is this? So, you know, they got their own customs and stuff around here. I don't know if it's Catholic or Philippine, but we got to move in on a full moon. And I believe, you know, the last payday will be on a Saturday for the guys. It'll be on April Fool's Day. And we will move in on April the 6th. That is the tentative date. Oh, little birdie, you can't live in the bamboo much longer, Bob. You better find yourself a nice house in a palm tree or something. So, it's coming around. And a lot of stuff is happening lately that is not documented. These guys up there, they really, I mean, I documented it, but it's hard for you to feel me through the camera, I think. Because the condition because all the loads of rock and sand and everything came down the slope in different areas, you know. You're not gonna pour the rock where you're pouring the sand. And some of it is washed sand and some of it's fine sand. So the condition of this area down here was ridiculous. And these guys been working hard to clean this up. This is like night and day compared to what it was a couple weeks ago. I mean, there was dirt all the way up to the top of that well right there. Seriously, all the way up to that crack right there. And all you could see was the lid. And there was rock and dirt and everything in there, so. It's unbelievable what it looks like now. And it looks so flat. Can I walk on this, right? Yeah, I think I can. I wouldn't stand there too long. Gee, run. Parole. Because it's not safe, man.
No safe, sir.
Huh?
No safe. Yeah, because my capture.
So, look at that. Look at the ground, how flat it is now. Wow. They worked hard at it, and it shows. It shows that they were working hard. See, the dirty kitchen is up a little bit, and so is the storage room area right there. But you know, it's a process. It's a process. When it rains hard, we're gonna have to see what happens. But we know that we needed this because of the slope, but there's a wall there now. And there's gonna be, this section is gonna be the very last thing. Gary says one day and they can pour this for him. So, you know, I need to get a fence to, I don't like all the dogs come and they poop on the slope and it stinks. So eventually I'm gonna put like a little fence up and down there so they can't just walk along pooping all back and forth along here. They could poop in their own yard. They can fertilize their own yard. Yeah, I don't want to smell. I'll get some artificial fertilizer. It smells a lot better. Ooh, don't drink that. Don't drink that. It's got concrete in it. Don't do that. I don't understand how number 1 filter is staying cleaner than number 2 filter. They're both 5 microns. But I mean, that captures sediment. And number 2 captures something beyond that, but it looks like rust to me. I don't know how that could be. You would see some rust in a sediment filter too, I'm pretty sure. So, something just doesn't seem right. So coming down from the pressure tank, now the pressure tank pumps up the pressure tank, and then it comes down to the filter. So somehow, I think that pressure tank's dirty on the inside, because that's a stainless tank. There ain't no rust in there. Anyway, we cleaned that out and then got re-inspected afterwards, and it's not dirty. So, I'm not sure how number 2 filter is doing that. And look how clean number 3 looks. And this one is fairly clean too. I don't get it. Not really. Wow. I mean, awesome. Her friends lived in a bigger house, and they asked my daughter why we were poor.
This is amazing.
And it kind of hurt my feelings because that imprinted on my daughter's mind. I'm poor. But, I mean, we're middle class just like they were, except they lived on credit. And it seemed like they were richer than they really were. Like most Americans. A lot, well, I don't know, yeah, it's most. Maybe it's 60, I don't know the percentage, but they live on way beyond their means. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know what they think when because their parents watch this video. So I don't even know if they remember, you know, it's just something the kids say. Why are you poor? But I intentionally lived in a small house with a meager yard in a crowded neighborhood, so that, you know, straight time without overtime I could easily afford. So I don't know, it's just amusing. Amusing, not amusing. Just musing about something that hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings because it came from my daughter's mouth. So that's why it hurt my feelings. Anyway. It's okay. She's gonna enjoy this room, pretty sure. She could come out, you know, those same people that I don't know, they asked my daughter why we were poor. I didn't know what to say. I just told my daughter we're just middle class, not poor, not rich. Wow, it's bright. It's kind of hot too. So, wow, a lot different. It's a lot different now. So, I don't know what's going on in here, but I see you over there, lizard. There was a lizard peeking at me right there, but anyway, it's gorgeous out here. Wow. I don't know why the papaya likes it down here by the... Somebody staked it too. It's not tied off to the stake though. Anyway. I just wanted to peek at this water a little bit. Lord have mercy. The water has been rough lately. All the time. And I remember it being so calm. You know, I've told y'all that many times, it turns into a big pool. And I'm gonna take some pool toys out there. But I don't know if that must have been an anomaly. Anyway, it's rough right now. Maybe it pushed that gym up on the beach down here. I'm gonna check it. It's a possibility. Anything's possible, man. Nothing but litter. Mostly wood litter and coconut. No gems, lighters. That's the real gem out there. Look at that color out there. Maybe it was just a sparkly bauble. That just got dropped into water, didn't get time. It's just glass, just didn't get time to get beat up. It was still, you could see a little bit into it. It was clear and Anyway, I don't see anything like that now. That's just how life is. If you get a chance, you got to take it, and you got to be quick about it. If you know it's right, you need to jump on it real quick and don't hesitate. Kind of like I did with, you know, I felt real nervous in the US. It's literally, I don't know, my intuition or a guardian angel, whatever you want to call it. It was looking after me. Hello. Vietnam hapon. That means good afternoon. And I think that lasted till 5 o'clock. Then it's Mayadna Gabi. Good evening. Then good morning is Mayadna Olga. Anyway, there's no big stones, just the stones. I could rock, but I think I'll go work on the I got a little bit of time. I could work on my wife's yeah, for half an hour. Ooh. Yeah, I told him to save this rock, this big one, a couple big ones. There's another big one right there. The biggest one I wanted to keep, just like art, yard art, and plus you can settle on it. I'm sitting on it right now. That's the second well right there. The first well is over here somewhere, I think. Maybe it was straight down right there. Yeah, I think that's where it is. Right below that pump. Still works. And that was a 3-source well, and this is a 5-source well right here. We figured out that the water was coming through there when we was digging that column right there. And so we got a dowser, and he came and found that spot right there. And he said this was groundwater, mostly groundwater. But it had 2 sources, but it's rest of it is groundwater. So the reason we dug another well and I paid extra like that is because when we were making this first pad, we ran out of water halfway through and had to shuttle water from the river. There was no other source of water here fast enough to, so I quickly bought a bunch of 5-gallon buckets, and Jojo went to where he could get to the water source, and even at night he went there. I took him there too, and wow, it was kind of scary going down in that stream in the dark with all the weeds. It looked like snake territory to me, you know? Anyway, JoJo went down there and filled up the buckets so we could get through it. After that, I dug this well before the second pad came around, and so we didn't run out of water. We didn't have to shuttle water, but that well actually ran out in the, you know, doing a whole pad pour. I don't know if you know it, but it's got to be completely done what they call monolithic. When you start, you got to continue to pour the whole pad, and you see how big it is. It was a lot of concrete, and so that well ran out, and we had to switch to this well. But between the two, we did the whole pad and didn't have to shuttle any water on that. But this pad right here has got river water. River water made this bottom pad. Half of it, anyway, half of it. So, but it's okay. River water's all right. It was clean water. Coming right down out of the mountain. So, this is a different perspective. That's the dirty kitchen that they just made right over there. And a storage area. The little storage, just for mostly just for like chicken feed and you know, my lawnmower, my weed eater or whatever. And anything else I need for the yard, fertilizer and stuff will be in there. It's that's the JoJo I was talking about. Me and him shuttle water from the river. So that's it for 62 to Freedom. I'm gonna call it quits on build day 304. So a lot of things happened today. Also, I went to San Jose and got the final track for the security doors that Ronnie's working on over there. The security doors and the guides for the security doors. I got all of that, and my wife got a lot of stuff for the house. And finally, you know, there was some kind of I don't know, mad cow disease, or I mean, some of it with the pigs. Not mad cow disease, some with the pigs, and you couldn't get bacon anywhere. You couldn't even go anywhere and find bacon, but the bacon is back. So we bought some of that, stocked up on that. That bird's mad, ain't it? So peace out for 62. We'll definitely see you on the flip-flop. Have a nice day.